Well, hey there, Miss Perky Pixelated,
Ah, Dr. Beef, I presume.
well, actually, presuming correctly, I'm Carl, Cartoon Carl.
How in blazes can I play my classic adventure from 1996? In VR, please.
Yeah, but I'm here actually to show you how you can play Tomb Raider in VR. Yeah, the good doctor is out on call, so I'm here to show you how to do it. Yeah, just look here on the laptop, alright? Yeah. Yeah. Looky here at the. Whoa. Hang on. Where's the mouse button?
You found my only fan.
Sorry about that. Anyway. Hey guys, how's it going? Cartoon Carl here, back again with another tutorial. How we all doing? Alright. So, you wanna play Tomb Raider 1996 in VR? Got you covered thanks to Dr. Beef's Beef Raider XR. For standalone devices. Alright. So first thing you gotta do, head over to the link in the description. Sign up to the Patreon, and download the Early Access APK. Hook up your Quest or your Pico to your PC via USB. Open up SideQuest. Drag and drop the APK file onto your HMD. Run the APK file at least once on your HMD to create files. Using File Explorer, open up your HMD. Locate the Beef Raider XR folder. Alright, open that up. Now, you can use the original version of Tomb Raider, be that Steam or GOG, or you can use the recently released remasters, which is the easiest version. That's what we're going to show you. Alright, so basically what you need to do, navigate to where that is on your computer. Alright? Watch along on screen. This is for the remastered version. Open it up. Choose number 1, that's the original Tomb Raider. Where you see data and FOV, copy those folders on over to your Beef Raider XR folder on your HMD. You're basically good to go, but you may notice audio missing. Now, we were able to restore that audio using the Android version of the game. So for your convenience, we've also included that in the downloads. Go ahead and download that audio folder and place that inside your Beef Raider XR folder, as you see on screen here. That's it. You can now play Tomb Raider in VR with 6 DOF motion controls. It's pretty neat. Alright, see y'all in game.
That's fantastic, Doctor. Now, can I get a prescription for motion sickness meds, please, while I have you? And some of the good stuff that, you know, that you cannot get over counter. Mama's got a party in Ibiza to attend.
Again, I'm not Dr. Beef, but he's not even that kind of doctor. You know what? Sure, yeah. Give me 3 days, I'll get you whatever you need. Verified Games.
What's up, player? Yeah, the living dead talking head. Come to you live with Daigo in Verified Games. How we doing, Daigo?
Hey, Dad, how's it going?
Man, it's going good, man. I'll tell you what.
Yeah, this is one of those tentpole dream come true moments for us old school gamers, am I right?
Damn skinny.
Yeah, Beef Raider XR has released to early access on the Patreon.
Beef curtains and them, huh?
Oh, yeah. Beef Raider XR. Basically what this is. Dr. Beef has gone and used Xplodger's Open Lara project to get Tomb Raider in VR.
Oh, that sounds kind of vaguely familiar.
Yeah. So you might remember about a year and a half ago, we'd actually done a similar idea where we used the same Open Lara project to get Tomb Raider up and running in VR thanks to PPSSPP VR by Lupus Fawn on standalone and by 2i Guy on PC VR. To mixed success, we were able to get 3 DOF VR on standalone and 6 DOF VR on PC VR.
with that project. We also recently tried to get it up and running with Citra VR, and it worked amazingly well. We were able to get 60OF VR. However, we abandoned the Citra VR build. We abandoned it because less than 24 hours after we announced we were going to do that, Team Beef comes along and says, oh no, we got an honest to God Dr. Beef level port of this coming. And I was like, okay. Stopping this right now, there's no point. And they have delivered. They have delivered in spades. So let's do the list here. You've got Tomb Raider, the entire first game. Okay, it's in first person, 60OF VR, motion controls. Your guns fire independently in terms of where they're looking. Button prompts are there. It's mapped. It's all present and correct. This is Tomb Raider in VR.
Nice.
Yeah. So this is the first iteration, and as such, with any beta build, there are some issues. So, whereas with OpenLara, you could toggle between first and third person at any time, you cannot do that with Dr. Beef's port just yet. Right now, this is just focused on the first person and shooting mechanics. In this iteration, the toggle is coming down the line. While your motion controls are tracked in full 60OF VR, your player model isn't. So, your headset does move. It is positionally tracked, but it's not attached to your body, so you don't have that room scale support. Now, what do I mean by that? It's a little confusing. Well, if I am to move around in my play space, the player model character will remain where it is, and my headset will move around, so I can move around independently from my body. So it's recommended that you stay seated or standing in one position while playing, at least this iteration. I'm sure down the line, proper room scale rigging of the player model to the headset will happen. I'm sure of it. I have also noticed some jank. When moving on long ledges or climbing ledges, the camera might spaz out a little bit. Very few and far between. These things are to be expected in beta builds. There is also a little bit of a learning curve in terms of the motion controls. And that's kind of the nature of the beast due to lack of buttons. So you have to kind of mess around with button layouts. So for instance, if you want to pick up an item, open a door, that kind of thing, you have to make sure you don't have a weapon equipped, okay? Then using either one of the trigger keys, that's your use button, okay? Also, if you want to use Lara's special moves, such as the backflip, flipping left, flipping right, those kind of things, you have to press and hold both the left and right triggers while not having a weapon equipped, and then you're able to jump in those directions and use the special moves. Using the walk button function of the original Tomb Raider, where you can walk to the edge and not fall off, you press and hold the left grip button. Now, when I say there's a learning curve, it's not steep. Within 2 to 3 minutes, you'll be up and running. And the changes they've made to kind of modernize it for modern day VR gaming work exceedingly well. So yeah, everything Dr. Beef have put into place is something we could never replicate with Citra VR or PPSSPP VR. So, oh man, this is absolutely dream come true kind of territory. Because I was one of those kids who grew up in the 80s and 90s. We had the promise of commercial VR way back then. There was virtuality, arcade machines. We knew Sega was working on a Sega VR headset. There was different things on the horizon that we were hearing about, seeing. Lawnmower Man was in the cinemas. And moving from 16-bit to 32-bit, where everything went from 2D flat screen to sort of 3D polygons. Oh man, way back in the 90s, VR was tangible, it was almost there, it was within our grasp. These were the games we were dreaming of playing in VR, being inside these games. Little did we realize it would take 30 years for this dream to come true. But it's finally come true, and thank you so much, Team Beef, for making an old man very happy. This is fantastic. And I cannot wait for future iterations of this. Now, if you want to access it now, you absolutely can. It's available on Team Beef's Patreon. We'll have a link in the description where you can get access to it. But like all Team Beef's ports, the early access version, you do need to subscribe to them in order to gain access to the files. Now, for the price of a McDonald's Happy Meal, you've got it. You know what I mean? It's not going to break the bank exactly. But again, like all of Team Beef's ports, once it's ready for public release, it will be available freely to anybody. Like, you won't need to pay for that release. This is just for early access. And oh boy, this is one hell of an experience. And I gotta tell you, I went from extreme high to low to extreme high again when the remasters were released. Okay, around the time the remasters were announced, there was a blog going around saying the next Tomb Raider will use Unreal Engine. And I was so excited because I assumed they meant remasters of Tomb Raider 1, 2 and 3 would be using Unreal, which would mean that using UEVR by Praydog, we would be able to play the Tomb Raider trilogy in VR with motion controls and all of that, and I was so happy. And then the remasters were released and they were on the original engine, and I quickly realized what that article was talking about was the next Tomb Raider game, as in the next iteration of Tomb Raider, not the next Tomb Raider game to be released. And I was crushed. I was like, no. And then Team Beef come along and say, oh well, screw it, we'll do it. And I was happy again. And here we are. So you guys, this is absolutely fantastic. So happy to get to experience Lara and her lovely polygonal, perky pyramidness all in VR. This is light years beyond what we did with PPSS PPVR, what we could have done with Citra VR. This is perfection. Whew. So I guess we're going to leave it there, you guys. Like, comment and subscribe. If you have any thoughts, queries, any critiques, put them down below. If indeed there are any games you'd like us to look at VRifying in the future, put those down below and we will presumably get back to you eventually. You can also follow us on TikTok for our adventures over there, which are basically condensed versions of what we do over here. And yeah, follow us on all social medias. All links will be in the descriptions, and yeah, looking forward to seeing you there also. Alright, VRified Games out.